Hi Capricorn, this is Just with your April 1st to the 15th, 2017 reading. I hope you guys are having an enjoyable day so far. So Capricorn, I do see here that in the past, someone was riding you, or some of you were being a little bit hard on another person. You know, they couldn't do it. They couldn't do it good enough. They couldn't say it well enough, or you felt like, be it family, be it friend, be it work, you could not, meet your deadlines on time. It's just so much going on in life. You're trying to tackle everything that you have going on in life, and someone, a particular person, is just riding you, or you could be doing that for another person, and they're doing the best that they can. They really are. So if you're saying, yeah, it's me, understand that they're doing the best that they can. Okay. So if you have some form of authority at the workplace, ease up a little bit on, your employees, you know, um, because again, I feel like they're doing the best that they can. And I feel that there could be like you're the new person, so now you're picking up a lot of slack. You have to kind almost like a not a hazing, because I feel like you guys are handling it absolutely, but it's like this. You're new. For some of you, that's new. You've come into a new company, so it's like you're being written a bit harder than everyone else that's there. So you may have to do the grunt work. And you're doing what you need to do because you've probably gone a little while without work. So it's like, okay, I'm not going to quit this one. I'm not going to leave this one. I'm just going to do whatever I can, even though some of you may be going through the same cycle with authority, right? So it's either you're trying to be overpowering to others, or others are trying to overpower you, and particularly in the workplace. And I feel like some of you are gaining traction and learning the lesson that it's really not about the power, right? Because you understand that you're going to be challenged, right? And so you can get a lot more with honey than you can with vinegar, right? And I feel like some of you understand that by allowing someone to feel like they have a false sense of power, okay, will automatically enable you to win. Okay, because if you meet someone with kindness, even though they're being really nasty, for the most part, people will kind of change their stripes. So with that, I feel some of you will win and come on top. And that's pretty much the advice for you guys for this first 2 weeks of August, is to, again, take a softer approach as it relates to someone that seems to get a rise out of, being demanding upon you. Or again, if that's you, then obviously you need to take a different route and be a little bit more understanding and ease up off of that person. Now, it looks to me, some of you are just going to chuck it. Some of you will say, F this job, I'm not going to deal with this. I'm not going to do, or it could be an existing job that some of you have had that you're deciding to leave or has been let go of. Okay. And a new person was put in your slot, you were let go of. And now you're kind of making new plans of, what's the next direction? Where do I want to go? And I feel like there's a lot of, you're going to be very active, for the Capricorns that's going through yet another transformation. Okay. With Pluto in your sign, it's kind of been the never ending theme of, for some of you, of having a change on some area of life has created constant change and transformation. Focusing on work, however, for those of you that can relate to this part, and leaving that job for whatever reason, that's going to create a lot of activity and physical responses. So you have to get up and interview. People want to see you. They're interested in you. They want to speak to you. And at the same time, while you're putting out your resumes and trying to reconnect, you're also trying to make a decision as to where exactly do you want to go in life. Some of you may be contemplating, do I want to stay where I'm at, like physically in the area that I live? Do I want to relocate, travel someplace new? Like, do I want to completely change course? Now, for those of you that's looking for new work, I feel that you will get some form of offer, or you will get some type of beginning steps. For a lot of you, it will be like, okay, the next step will be, either come in for training, you start orientation, you do some type of preliminary step, right? Getting you closer to actually working, because I definitely see offers coming in, and some of you may have so many offers that it's like, I don't want to get stuck in that last place, because you may be doing temporary work for some of you, and so you're very skillful, and you can always go back to your recruiter and say, hey, I'm ready to go back out and look for da da da. So there could be several offers coming in for you guys, and so you're gonna be okay with um, how it all pans out for some of you. That is not the case for all of you. So that will only be for some of you. But you will find in the second week that there will be some form of offer that comes in for Capricorns. And for some of you on the finance level, it will reestablish you financially. Okay. Now, I feel that through this whole process, you guys are going to start to be a lot more emotionally nurturing, or you may find this time to kind of be there for someone else. You may be the, you may be, a voice, a listening ear. You may be some form of a nurturing figure to, your daughter, your sister, your mom. I get a female, okay, your wife, your, lover, that sort of thing. So it could be, but being that nurturing factor to another person. And if it's not that, then for some of you, it will be you that's nurturing yourself quite a bit. And out of that, I feel new opportunities come, because again, there's this new way of doing things for Capricorns. And with that new way is only breathing in new opportunities. Like new energy is coming to you because you're embracing things in a new way. You're not reverting back to that old, antiquated mindset or routine way of doing things. So just by kind of like getting out, and it could be something as simple as getting out, being with friends, getting out with a family member, with your significant other, having fun, making some plans to take a trip. Okay. And you may get someone to say, hey, I'll pay for your trip. It may be that, like, just because you started the process and starting something new, then all of these other things come out of it. That's your thing. And what a beautiful thing to have, to, again, embrace something new. And out of that embracing of that new thing comes so many more opportunities. Okay. So as it relates to love, okay. So the new is great for you guys. Entering into a new realm is great. And again, it could be on the large scale, the most, smallest scale. I'm just going to a new coffee shop at work and not going to the same place, but trying something new. You may find out that, hey, we have free coffee for today, or we have free coffee for the whole week. Something that mundane to something as big as the eyes can see and as far as the mind can go. So again, embrace new for these first 2 weeks. As it relates to love, I feel like a lot of you are, there's a lot of fire energy here. So some of you could be dealing with a fire sign. Some of you are dealing with a water sign. I feel that with, perhaps with a fire sign, I feel that the person could be, for some of my Capricorn men, the person could be quite successful or do really well for themselves. I feel like there's a strong love element here. It seems to me that some of you could have chucked the old relationship, one that was just not working out. Like, it's just not working out. Me and this person, we just can't see eye to eye, and I have to let this person go. And now it's like you could have renewed a long-standing relationship from your past, where I want to say this, some of my Capricorn ladies, you could have just been something to deal with. Whew. Some of you were just too like mean, and when I say mean, if you just have that energy about you because you've dealt with so much, you're like, I'm not giving anyone the time of day. That comes off as mean. Doesn't mean that you were born mean and you'll forever be mean, but it does come off that way. But you have this, some of you that can relate to this part, you've had this callous way, like a little coarse, callous, kind of biting attitude. And because of that, many opportunities to have a love connection could have come your way. But again, some of you were getting over some things. Some of you were going through a divorce. Some of you were just, again, not making that a priority. And now it's like something has come in, and it could be a younger person for some of you. Like this person could be younger than you or just have a very young spirit. And I feel that it's like whatever you were holding on to before, because really in your subconscious, you were wanting a new beginning. You were wanting a new beginning. You wanted to love again. You wanted to start from scratch. Even though you weren't necessarily putting that out into the world on a grand scale, but I feel deep down some of you wanted that, and it could have called in someone from the past. It could have called in someone new that has again injected in your life this new freshness, and as a result, I feel some of you now you're being more relaxed. You're giving into love. You're not necessarily fighting it. You're not necessarily saying, well, I got to work. You're like, no, I'm going to go on a trip. No, I'm just going to spend time with this person and kind of feel love for a minute. And I feel like because this person is so nurturing, they're so healing, they're so accommodating to some extent, it really allows for you to get over whatever you had in the past and to just really embrace what you have with this person. And some of you may be saying, like, I don't know where the situation is going to go, because at the end of the day, you're still a Capricorn. You're still very grounded. But the reality is that it feels good. It feels good. And you want to feel at this moment. Some of you really want to feel, and some of you just want to physically be, and you're out doing other things and embracing love and embracing life. And I'm glad to be able to relate that to you, and I hope every Capricorn that's listening to this can relate. Okay. And by second week, I feel like you and your mate, there's going to be some type of offer that comes to you. Okay. Again, I'm seeing trip. Someone's planning something. So there's going to be some type of plans that's coming about that I feel like is going to really make you feel very stable in this relationship. Others of you, I feel if you're in an existing relationship, it could be a trip that's being planned with you and your mate. Okay, you put in a lot of hours, a lot of OT. You've even had to probably do some things you didn't necessarily want to do. But in the end, you and your mate is going to have a really great time, or this new person that you're meeting is going to have a really great time. I just see good time, and it's really, I can't expound on that any further other than just to say that you guys, whatever you were dealing with in the past is kind of like, that's done. It even could have been a situation where it's like, you know what, even for you singles out there where it's like, no, well, I'm not with anyone. Okay. True. You could have met someone, but this person was just not your speed, and it ended before it even could get started. And now Capricorns are just really focusing on them, yourself. And I feel like it's more you than it is business, meaning a job. Like you're focusing on like, how can I now do the things I want to do for myself? Because I don't necessarily want to make love a focus. I'm not necessarily going to just, give my whole life over to my job and this company. But now I want to kind of put some time into myself. So either way, you win. So congratulations. That's what I have for you guys for the first 2 weeks of August. Again, I hope that this resonates with every last one of you guys. And if you would like to express how this relates to you, please do so in the comment section below. We love to hear from you. If you would like a personal counsel with me, I can be reached in the description bar below, as well as the beginning and end to this video. And if you are new to this channel, welcome and subscribe, because I will be back very soon with another one. Take care, Capricorn.